Hey, I'm Angel.
And I'm Billy. We have baby.
Hi.
Today we're going to be talking about nightshades, and we ain't talking about shades that goes over the window and you close them at night. That's not what we're talking about.
No, we're talking
Can you
about...
please explain?
Yeah, we're talking about nightshades, the plants. And specifically we're talking about how some people are really sensitive to the nightshade family of plants, and which a lot of them are poisonous, so everybody's sensitive to that.
Yeah, if it's poisonous, you're sensitive to it.
But then there's some that are in the mainstream food group that, you know, a lot of us have been eating for a lot of years, but come to find out some people are really allergic to it or really sensitive to it and may not know it.
Until it's too late.
Well, yeah, I mean, until they exhibit symptoms, and then maybe hopefully they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But basically the nightshades family of plants has over 2,800 species in the group, because basically what they have in common, they're very diverse, but what they do have in common is that they produce alkaloids, and I hope I'm saying that right, I think it's alkaloids, as a protection, you know, against things eating them or, you know, bothering them, whatever.
So it's not asteroids, it's alkaloids.
Alkaloids.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and that's what can cause a lot of problems with people. He's trying to pull my hair. Okay, so basically the alkaloids can affect nerve, muscle function, digestive function, and may compromise joint function. And I'll go into a little bit exactly how that happens for those of you who want to know the details. Now, these are some conditions that it can aggravate or maybe even be a cause of. And I'll have my sources in my blog post.
Okay.
A lot of, now there's no scientific research on this, but people have observed that have epilepsy and seizures. Some people have observed that they believe that the seizures are caused by nightshade if they're sensitive to nightshades. Also, there's studies going on about nightshades causing like chronic pain and fibromyalgia in people, and also being a cause of arthritis.
Nothing fun.
No, none of that seems fun.
But you know what? Back, a few centuries, I guess you could say, people didn't do research. They done trial and error. So
That's true.
I guess we got to go back to trial and error.
But I mean, yeah, you can do the elimination diet. Like there's a doctor that I read about. She suggests if you think they're bothering you, to eliminate it from your diet for 3 months and see if it is.
Get it out of your system.
But the people that were sensitive to it back in the day, like you're talking about, they would have like, okay, some of the common nightshades are potatoes, not sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are okay, but potatoes. Tomatoes, eggplant, I read one place jicama, but I have to look that up. So there's some, and anything in the pepper family, sweet peppers, all kinds of peppers. Well, there was a saying about, like, if you eat eggplant every day, you'll go crazy, because I think that there was, like, and then also some people were having something called dropsy. They thought they were from eating an all-potato diet.
Is that from, you know, you're not being able to hold something, you just drop it?
No, they said it was associated with inflammation and heart failure.
Wow.
Yeah, so...
That's serious.
I mean, so these are people that were sensitive to it. Not everybody is sensitive to the nightshades, but you know, but like he said, when there weren't studies, people had observations. And so I, you know, so you know, if you think you might be sensitive, this is good information to know, because a lot of times people just don't know what's bothering them, what's causing things, and if you don't run into the right doctor or the right research study or something, you may never know unless you do your own homework. And then, you know, so here we go. So cooking the things that have the in the nightshade family reduces it 40 to 50%, and like I said, it obviously doesn't really affect most people, but some people are sensitive. So this is a little bit technical stuff here. As far as the fibromyalgia, can I have my hair back? I read on one of the fibromyalgia websites, which the sources will be in my blog post, that basically they said that that the nightshade can be a little inflammatory, and if somebody already has the inflammation going on in their body, it could be adding fuel to the fire. So that might be one reason why it's not good for them.
That don't sound good.
But there's something called, one of the kind of the alkaloids in the nightshade foods is called steroid alkaloids. And this has some things in it that have the ability to block the activity of an enzyme in nerve cells. And this can result in muscle movements, twitching, trembling, convulsions. I mean, you know, that's not common, but if somebody's really sensitive to it, then that could happen. And some people and some doctors, researchers speculate that joint damage is caused by inflammation from nightshades. And also some people think that it might be because some nightshades have a form of vitamin D, but it's a form of vitamin D that's called calcitrol. And this is really potent. They say it's like thousands of times more potent than regular D3.
Oh.
And it's like it'll get in people's I guess bloodstreams and cause it to be free calcium going on there, because it says it basically can cause high blood calcium is the gist of it. And the body wants to quickly correct high blood calcium. So what the body does is it'll take that calcium and like deposit it in soft tissues, and that can cause problems like, you know, calcification. Some people speculate it could be causing the calcification like in arthritis and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's why they say if you think you're having trouble, like if you have fibromyalgia or arthritis or something, you might want to do an elimination diet.
Okay, sounds good.
And like I said, now there's been no research about seizures and the nightshades, but I've read like this one woman, she had a son that was having seizures, and she slowly started to realize that when he was exposed to certain foods, then they would start getting really bad. And when she eliminated them, he's been like seizure free for like 3 years. And there's like epilepsy groups and boards and things where people talk about it, and some people say they benefit from, you know, not eating the nightshades.
Well, I guess so. When in doubt, take it out.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing an elimination diet, definitely, to see if it may be bothering you. So I thought I'd just throw it out there because, you know, it's not really a commonly known thing.
Yeah, and you know, it could be affecting someone or someone you know, and maybe you can be some help.
Yeah, that's true, because you know, you always want to improve the quality of your life and the quality of life of the people that you love, and sometimes seemingly small things can make a really big difference.
That's correct.
And I just want to give you some replacement ideas if you're going to do the elimination diet, or if you're interested in taking it out of your diet, of some things that you can do. Now also, if you just want to take these out of your diet, you want to be aware that like paprika and cayenne, they're in the pepper family. You have to be really careful, like if you're using a spice blend, that they're not in there. And also in processed foods, potato starch is a filler in a lot of processed foods, even if it doesn't specifically say it. So you have to really do your homework with that, with processed foods. But if you're sticking with whole foods and you know exactly what you're eating, then you're okay.
Sounds good.
But these are some replacement ideas. Some strong spices you can use to replace like cayenne and things like that are garlic, chives, turmeric, ginger.
All those I like.
Yeah, and to replace potatoes, you can use sweet potatoes. You know, you could cut them up and bake them if you wanted to eat them like that, and if that's what you're used to, because you know you want to kind of, whatever you're used to, just do something in the place of them. Some people fry.
Substitute.
Yeah, substitute. Fry plantains instead of French fries. Now, I don't really suggest frying anything. Nah. But if you eat fries and you want to replace it, just know that some people do fried plantains in the place. You can use cauliflower to make mashed potatoes instead of the actual potatoes. Yeah,
that's right, cauliflower.
You can make raw cauliflower mashed potatoes, or cooked, and just, you know, search your favorite search engine to look for a recipe, because there's lots of recipes out there for either one. And so that's just some ideas, and I hope you learned something today. And leave us a comment below. Let us know what you think, what your experiences are, and
give us a thumbs up.
Give us a thumbs up. And subscribe to our newsletter, and join us on our Facebook group. And
that link will be below.
Yeah, that link will be below. And we will talk to you soon.
Thank you for joining us.
Bye. Say bye.